After $1 billion hailstorm hits an area, your focus should be on running your business, not on insurance claims. We have helped streamline the insurance process for hundreds of roofing contractors across the U.S., and we can do it for yours too. Visit us online at c3adjusters.com and learn how we can help you save time and get claims paid faster.
Good Tuesday afternoon, everybody. Lead meteorologist John Choquette here with our daily 12 p.m. hail forecast sponsored by C3 Group. Give them a like on their Facebook page. There is a link to their page in the description of this video below. We have some activity, looks like, going to be going through the rest of this week. If you tuned in yesterday, I had just a forecast for yesterday, and that was really about it. Looks like maybe the Storm Prediction Center, everybody was also on that hurricane hangover, but things look like they're going to be some activity for the remainder of this week. It's September, it's nothing too crazy, but it looks like we'll be looking at some storms in our future here. We can check out this video on the app or any live coverage that we may do. Just click on that lightning bolt lower hand corner of the screen, it brings up the video, and you can check that out while you continue working, or of course you can bring up in that full screen mode as well. So if you're a little more invested in what the forecast for the day is, you can always check it out in that lovely full screen mode. Make sure you have notifications set up for the app. I know we had a 2-star map last night in Minnesota. Marshall, Minnesota, had up to some golf ball size hail there. Make sure you got those notifications turned on. Notification options on your desktop computer, on your Hail Trace account, and your notification settings. You can set up to be sent out as a push notification, as an email, or on your desktop computer. Just a side note, if you have an Apple phone, the iOS 12 came out yesterday. I updated it. It looks like now all the push notifications get kind of grouped together, so they will all just be pushed in the Hail Trace, and then you can click on it and it'll separate out all the notifications. Yeah, if you don't have an Apple phone or you haven't updated yet and didn't know there was an update, ignore what I just said. And with that, you can customize it to cities, states, or the entire country. You can get notifications for Canada and Australia as well based on when they have their hail seasons, both of which are fairly short. So here's our forecast for today. I know a couple of folks probably in Omaha are a little bummed that I have my line just outside of the city metro there. So there's going to be some storms. They're going to form, could be. I think it's really going to be up to mostly quarter size hail. I know I have up to a golf ball size hail, or not golf ball, ping pong ball size hail for your maximum hail size, but I'm really expecting probably around quarter to maybe some $half size hail. I had a quarter report that we already did for today. Then 2% across the board. There's a lot of rain in the area right now. I can even show you guys that real quick here, that there is indeed quite a bit of rain already occurring. So this is really going to kind of really temper expectations quite a bit, since we have quite a bit of rain moving through the area, and possibly your best bet probably is going to be south of this activity there, where you can see sunshine or destabilization of the atmosphere. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at a fairly quiet hail day across the country here in this area at least. And this is what the models are showing. You can see some storms expected to redevelop later on this afternoon to this evening. Checking out probably closer to Des Moines and Davenport. Again, 2% chances there. And we could also see some activity when we get it to loop around again. We could get some activity up into Minnesota late tonight into early morning hours tomorrow. We'll see if that actually does anything or even happens. But right now, we're looking primarily in sections of Iowa. Forecast for tomorrow, though, kind of looks like a weird check mark going from about Sioux Falls down through to the east of the Denver area, up through Cheyenne, Wyoming, into Wyoming. Could have some hail up to $half. Oh, man, I missed on both directions. Up to ping pong ball size hail is possible tomorrow with some storms that could form. Primarily, I'm expecting here across this section of Colorado, could see some isolated storms with hail up to ping pong ball size in the strongest of your storms. And otherwise, a lot of rain across a lot of areas. And now, going to that 5-day forecast sponsored also by C3 Group. Again, today and tomorrow, not super exciting, but Thursday, we do have a chance up to some golf ball size hail in a moderate population area. I'll show you where in just a second. Friday, we could have, looks more to be a wind threat on Friday, but there's a chance to get some quarter size hail here or there. And on Saturday, it looks like things wind down for the weekend. So here is what we're looking at for Thursday. Thursday looks a little more interesting. I think if there's one day this week that I put all the chips on the table for anything interesting, any sort of larger hailstorms, it would be on Thursday. Anywhere from Minneapolis, most of the state of Iowa, areas like Omaha and Lincoln, and even into a good chunk of Wisconsin, we could see some activity. Again, hail up to golf ball size on your Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. We'll be keeping a close eye on that. We'll be updating you tomorrow as well, leading up to Thursday. And on Friday, this is a big area of concern. However, most of this is going to be a wind threat. I think this is going to be a line. A strong cold front is going to be moving through. An unseasonably strong cold front for it being mid to late September. I think we could see some storms moving through with mostly winds and maybe occasional pockets up to some quarter-size hail. That's anywhere from Terre Haute all the way up into rural Maine. So that's what we're looking at for Friday. And then on Saturday, I think things are going to be fairly quiet. So low hail threat for your Saturday. And unfortunately, it's also a low hurricane threat. The tropics really kind of shut down pretty quickly after Florence. We had a huge burst of energy, a whole bunch of different tropical systems, and now the Atlantic and the Gulf have had a lot more shear added to the atmosphere and making it less favorable for hurricanes, at least for the time being. We might see something come October, so we'll be keeping a close eye on that as well. So with that, that's all I got for you guys today. A little bit more activity than what we were looking down the barrel for yesterday, with only the threat for last night. So I think we'll have some activity. Again, this is September, a little quiet. I know somebody asked me about doing a fall forecast. If everything can kind of stay quiet, I can try to catch up on a couple other things and throw something together for you guys for the months of October and November. We see if we get any decent activity with a fall hail season, especially across the southern plains where things have been pretty quiet this year. Follow us on Facebook. Like our page if you haven't already. Hit see first. That way we can. You can see all of the posts that we do. I think we'll probably have some kind of Hurricane Florence highlights reel eventually once I'm able to get around. There's hours of footage that we took, so narrowing it all down in just a couple minutes is going to take quite a while. So bear with us on that. We'll get to it at some point in the next week or two. And also give us a call, email us, or visit our website at hailtrace.com with any comments, questions, or concerns you may have, or any other inquiries you have about Hailtrace and what we can do for you, especially in these quieter times. And we can do quite a bit with marketing for Hurricane Florence. I know a bunch of folks are trying to head out there to work that storm in North Carolina, assuming they can get through all the flooding. The flooding will go down the next few days. Unfortunately, when I saw pictures of I-40 across Wilmington looking more like a river than a highway, it might be a couple days before anybody can get into there. So with that, I hope you have a great rest of your Tuesday. Everybody do those hail dances. I'll talk to you again tomorrow at 12 p.m. for our daily hail forecast here on YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, or wherever you're watching us from. Have a great rest of your day.